Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is a recap of my being celibate video. I decided to do a reenaction of it. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It is Celibacy Sunday number 28. Let's start off with our intention. My intention is to stay true to my values and know there's a greater reward to that. So this subject is something I've been wanting to discuss, and if you see in my previous video, I was like, I'm talking about it later episode. I'm talking about it later episode. So this is a later episode. I am 28 in the video. So this is about my celibacy. I've been celibate for a year. Alright, yes, I definitely wanted to discuss this again and reenact it because I feel like that was such poor quality for such a deep and important topic to me, and I want this to be something that we both, my channel and you all, see grow. Well, myself and you all see grow, because I feel like it was so valuable to me. I feel even more enriched in why I chose this path, and just to see the outcome of it. I definitely want to let this be like the staple of how I became successful. I definitely always, I wrote down in 2014 at the end of the year, I remember it was like November 14th, I may have talked about this in the previous videos, where it was document my journey to success. And I didn't know that this was going to be a pivotal moment in my sacrifice, my essentialness of a sacrifice. So hope you guys, I'm going to cover a few of the topics, but I definitely want to like talk more deep about it, and where I'm at now. I guess it's been since 2022, it's been about a year and 5 months. Yeah, a year and 5 months. So this has been wow, about 17 months. Wow, I've been celibate for 17 months. So myself, I've been able to force not to compromise. I'm not gonna go through over the old video, but the reason I even began doing it, I became celibate August 22nd. Well, that was the last time I had sex. So the next day is when I was like, I'm done with it, ish. So no one ever, like, I didn't really have that intention when I first did it. When I first even thought about it, I was like, I know this is the last, this person was the last person I wanted to have sex with, because I think it was, again, it was a good way to end, you know, bang, 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 you know, not doing it, but it also was something I felt like, if this relationship would be a lot different if I was probably in my pure form, you know, and I always feel like this person was ordained for me. I'm not sure yet. You know, me and God still having a conversation about that, but I always felt like, okay, this could have been a lot differently. The way men treated me could have been a lot differently. You ever felt powerful? Like, before you were a virgin, definitely in high school, your friends, you'd be like, oh my gosh, I was, and I used to be like, I'm not really impressed, but I definitely was impressionable during that time when I did lose my virginity, because I was like, oh my gosh. And you guys don't even want to know the story of why I even lost my virginity, because I literally watched Love and Basketball the day of. So, I mean, you know, I kind of had a really different approach about virginity, and I knew that I wasn't going to connect with God. I wasn't ready. I wasn't going to commit to him in that way, because I knew that was something that I wanted to keep, like, I knew that was sacred. That was something that was always kept to me. And I feel like if any society is going to do anything about control, I would say save virginity. I think that's something, abstinence and celibacy. But I was reading The Weight, which is, I guess, helped me clarify why I should continue to become celibate. Because I've had, like, I'm not gonna say tempted moments, because I haven't put myself in those predicaments, but I've had moments where I felt like, oh my gosh, like, maybe I'll do it when I get my next boyfriend. Not my next boyfriend, but like, ooh, maybe I'll do it when I get, you know, in a relationship I feel like is serious. But why not, like, wait until, you know? So the fact that I've been able to date, and go out on dates where men are a lot more, I don't know, I've been attracting Scorpios. You know what they say about Scorpios. So I've been attracting those men lately, and I remember I put on one of my lists, I was like, oh, this is the day of Scorpio. But now I won't even, like, get to experience that, because I'm like, if my husband's not a Scorpio, then I would never get to experience a Scorpio. And not saying I wanted to have, you know, fun with every zodiac sign, but it was still about, like, just that energy and that chemistry that you always want to experience. So I think that, well, I'm sure that I've had all the experience that I need, and I love that I was watching this documentary called No Malice. It's about the clips. You guys say, no, Crayton. And you know, I always felt like this void. Like, I felt like I was searching for something that I had neglected. And he talks about that in his documentary, where he felt like there was a void and he had a higher power and he had such a like, but you can't get that when you're playing with I don't say, okay, I'm not gonna say you can't get your full potential, but something has to be sacrificed. In every great story there's a sacrifice. And like Pharrell was mentioning, that Moses, he was raised in the school of the no's, you know. He had to experience everything that everyone else experienced, and I feel like I needed to get into that just a little bit more so I can have a lot more to tell you guys, and as well as a lot more to have to document, you know. Like what would I have really known about my sexuality, or what have I really would have known about masturbation, about why I even wanted to be, why I wanted to sacrifice my cootie cat, you know. What would I have known about that? What would I have known about relationships and how guys treat you? What's the difference? And I do not feel ashamed, and I think that's one thing that I definitely used to feel. I used to feel that. If you watch my Selfie Sunday 40, I definitely talk about, you see me repeat I am strong a lot, because I didn't used to think I was strong enough to do stuff. So I had to, that wasn't just for you guys to repeat, it was more for me, like I am strength, like I am strong. And it's really important to know that you have strength in everything that you want to do. I had to know that, like my friend, she was like, are you not? Because I'm like, oh, he's so bad, girl. Ooh, you know, like I still engage in the girl talk, and I still maybe listen to some sex music, but I know, like, back then my sister used to always say, don't be listening to that sex music, then you're gonna want to do it. And I'm like, wow, I just don't put myself in those predicaments anymore. And I'll never forget, like, on my birthday, you guys remember that song Birthday Sex? I used to always want to have like sex on my birthday. Never happened before, guys, FYI. So I guess I'll have to wait till marriage for that. But it was like those songs were such a chant to me that I didn't understand the power of I didn't know the power of those songs and how they were a chant. And now that I like already experienced, I'm kind of like now, you know. And now I just feel like I want something a lot more fulfilling. I'm a mental person. If you know anything about the zodiac of Aquarius, you know that we are mental first. Like, you really, if you talk, I'm not impressed by people who talk about what they can do to me. Don't tell me that. I mean, I like stories, but like, you don't have to sell that. And I'm really one of those people, like, I will go another level with you, mentally and bodily, or physically, if you can have something like that I feel is like worth connecting. Like, now thinking about the men that I've experienced my physical with, I'm almost kind of like not ashamed, because I know a greater part of myself, but it's more like, what are you giving me? What are you giving me? What spirits are you sending me? Like I told you guys, I was purging a lot of people's, what they held, their baggage, and that soul tie-in is so real. So real. Like, it was like, I still have dreams about people that I've, you know, blocked. I'm like, okay, you know. And it's interesting that I chose these people, or they chose me. Very interesting. So I think just more consciously, I would like promote. I'm not gonna say I'm promoting celibacy, because that's your decision. I'm not gonna say I'm promoting abstinence, because most of the time, like in the book The Weight by Megan Good and her husband Devon, they mention that abstinence is kind of like, you would change that. You know, it's kind of like it's an until moment. Celibacy is, I guess it's a destination. Celibacy is a destination. I know where I want to go. I know what I want to fulfill, as well as, it's not, when you're celibate or abstinence, you are actually you're making a powerful choice to spend time working on you. And it doesn't make me doesn't mean that I can't be in a relationship. I used to think that I'm like, okay, nobody wants me because I ain't giving up the cootie cat, and you know, my cootie cat, like, you know, it's not, I feel a little bit more powerful to say no. I feel a lot more, even when I tell guys, like I went on a date with this delicious man, and I was just like, oh yeah, like it's almost weird, because people almost expect that you to be like, oh yeah, no, you know, there's a big no in the room, you know. And I have to tell people very directly, and I think that's something an honest person should do, you know. And wow, what a relief it is to let that person eliminate themselves. You don't have to be the B-I-T-C-H. You be like, sorry, I don't want your ding-a-ling. And it's not that. I could very much so want it, but I want to know your mind first, and I want to know your intentions first. So even how we talk about our vision boards and how we talk about our life, we set the intention for what we want. We set the intention for what we want. So if my intention is not to get hurt, I'm not going to put myself in a hurt situation. If my intention is not to be betrayed, I'm not going to put myself in a betrayed situation. And I think that's where you had to look at like your past and what things happened to you. I had to look at, wow, I was betraying myself. Would I really have felt at a lack? Would I really have felt lack if I would never let this person have this for me? Would I really would have felt used if I never would have let this person have this for me? So I think it's a really good place. It's a really good start to figuring out, what truly have I been attracting, and how can I turn it around? So I hope this helps. I hope it doesn't feel like I was rambling, because I was just trying to give you guys an updated experience on where I'm at and how much I've cleared. I have cleared. I'm like in tune with my star player, and I just hope that I continue to be fearless. I continue to be just born fashion. All right, thanks guys for tuning in. Please subscribe, like, comment, and share. If you guys are abstinent, leave a comment below. Let me know, how do you become abstinent, and what could tear you away from your abstinences, and what do you know about celibacy, and what can I help you achieve by, how can I help you feel confident in your celibacy, as well as how do you engage in conversations with your friends about sex and not feel like the odd man out, you know? I also know that my experience is going to be different now moving forward. So let me know what you guys think. Please comment below, like, subscribe, and share if you care. Thank you so much. Mwah.